all day, every day on your favorite streaming platform. The clean, fresh sound. WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Explicit, boy.
And and just as promised, we are back with more talk time here on the Clean Fresh Sound WEFM 99.9.
Before you go ahead, though, just want to say good morning to Alston. So he says he's out there at the AIA and he's smiling. Alston, have a wonderful day yourself. All right. Thanks for that.
Nice. See, that's what we do. Anyways, now, Roleza, picture this. You're married.
Back in Sicily. You know that?
No.
You don't know what?
No.
Picture this, back in Sicily.
No.
You watch Golden Girls?
I've seen
Okay.
some episodes.
There's always something back in Sicily.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
Oh, Lord. This couple years age difference, boy. It's serious, you know. It's real serious.
It's good.
It's amazing the things that I would know Dianna doesn't know, and then it's just like, what? Anyway, yeah.
Right. So picture this in SPG. What was that? You're married. You know, you and your husband, you're sitting down one day, you're enjoying a little glass of, let's say you're healthy, so you're drinking some water, right? You sit down on your porch and you're enjoying your glass of water and you're talking about, you know, everything in general, you know, like when couples sit down and they're having their couples talk and his phone rings. And it's his ex, who he also has some children with, you know, from before. So his phone rings and it's her and she's calling and she has a proposition for him. The proposition is she would like him to donate his sperms to her because she's ready to have more children, but she does not want to have any children by any other person. She don't want to have multiple baby daddies. So she comes back to your husband and said, can you please donate your sperms to me so that I can make more children? How would you feel? Would you say, oh, sure, honey, go right ahead. I mean, I understand it's for a good cause. Or, are you being asked?
Me? Kimumwe? Not me. I don't know how to say that in Creole, in French Creole.
Wait, let me cut back myself. Right. Roleza, but you would not. You don't understand the situation, okay?
I think it's disrespectful for a woman to even ask the question in the first place. All right, but let's all right. So somebody was calling, but
ladies, no, this is a real thing that actually happened. So one of those celebrity couples in America, the woman went to her husband and said, well, I want to have more children. I'm ready, but I don't want to have multiple baby daddies. So I want you to help me to make more children. And this man is actually in a relationship with someone else. You know, I agree with you. I feel like, wow, the audacity to ask for that. But you know, if you think deep on it, Roleza, it's for a good cause.
What is a good cause? That she wants to have more children. So why can't she probably find somebody to settle down with and have these children with? Preferably, hopefully, in a marriage context, if that is what she wants.
We're getting there.
You are going to disrupt my good marriage because you want to have another child. Another child come with more expenses, you know.
Yeah,
and this is our expenses, not just his expenses.
No, he don't have to be a part. She just wants this sperm to go
but if she's making children, she has children with him already. Those children would indirectly, not even indirectly, already directly be a part of my life. Mm-hmm. Because if for me to be with any man who has a child or has children, he has to also be around these children, and by extension, I would also have to be around these children. So this is you adding another child into my life.
Well, you can look at it.
And I'm not even trying to say it's all about me in the context of being the wife, but if you have to look at the entire family dynamic, it's another expense. I'm sorry if I'm putting a price tag over a child's head, but that is the reality of the situation, right? It's another expense. He also is going to have to devote more time to this child. You're also going to maybe, let's say, him and the ex have already settled whatever grievances they had in the past, for whatever reason the relationship didn't work out. It's going to stir up another set of situations. And next thing, I don't want to have children, or maybe I am trying to have children and I can't have children, and you going there with the next woman? No, please. Good morning, caller.
Where all these stories coming from this morning?
From
Scandal.
the real world.
Scandal.
Where all these stories coming from?
Scandal and bacchanal in the world.
You only have to bring in certain people into this. We have our own situation here. I've heard women in this country say to other women when they have a cousin or whatever, who I have children with, or I don't ever get it the right way, but I've heard this exchange. Women boasting about the man they got a child for. Let's say, I have a child for the Prime Minister, I have a child for, the Governor General. People of status. That's how some of we think. Right? I've heard it with my own ears. There's some woman, and they say, I ain't talking about now, in my time growing up, I'm talking about in St. Vincent and Grenadines. There's a woman, there are women, let me say that, because I'm not making no specific mention about anybody, but there are women who would tell you, I had a child for such and such, and I make one for such, and so on. And even you, if you use your head, you will realize something in it, something in the model. Why they make insurance for these guys? Because they just feel these guys have big names and that these guys are capable of taking care of the picnic or the children, whatever they want to use. Don't tell me you all are innocent of that. You all don't know of women who brag and boast about the men they go with or they deal with and that sort of thing. So I just thought I'd bring that.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you say what? Tell me.
No, I was saying that I have never heard, well, not in my generation at least, of a woman bragging and saying she has a child for certain. Situations have happened where they've made the child, maybe yes, but not bragging about it, because how you claim to fame could be you getting pregnant by a man who is not your husband, or who not claiming you. That's not a claim to fame.
Well, for some women, and it only goes to show the mentality of some of our people. I am not telling any lie on anybody. If I had that right away, I would call some names. Who
you do not have the right away unless you are going to be showing me this DNA piece of paper that proves that such and such is actually the father. All right, so you will not.
Look how DNA coming now. Look how DNA coming.
Yes, because we need proof. We need scientific proof. Can't be calling names.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I say I ain't gonna call nobody name, but when you check out some people, they deliberately get themselves in situations, and that again is another thing with women. If a woman want to get a satisfaction because she might have had something too, that's where they'll go. They'll do something. They'll go to what end? To embarrass you or to make you know they are ranks too. Now you alone could get this man. I could get this man too. Come on, all over the world, in whichever country we live, we dwell. We have our what do you call it? We have our different ways of dealing with certain situations and that sort of thing, because you might feel left out. All right, that's it.
All right, thanks, Dave. I wonder, as Dave said, that if that might have been something of the past where women would brag, because it's like a social standing in a sense, or maybe to elevate their social standing, whether maybe financially, because if the father of a particular standing is well-to-do, he might be taking care of this child, or to have that child means that they have, well, and most of these children illegitimate anyways, but maybe to rise in ranks, I suppose, in society. I don't know, but I don't have anybody our age necessarily saying
I've
that.
never. I know
Yeah.
some women probably would want to have a child with a particular man because of a certain status, but I've never heard anybody brag and say, "Yeah, it's my baby."
I could feel like a
daddy."
fool if I have to brag about something like that. This man didn't put a ring on it, and I gonna be bragging that I have a child for
Yeah,
you.
it's like I'm just your baby mama. Oh my
Please.
god.
Morning, Kojo.
Morning.
Okay, I was about to come.
No. Go ahead.
Talking about that type of thing. You know, a lot of people out here store eggs and store sperms and all that kind of stuff
Mhm.
when they marry, just in case they get in injuries or that they can't produce babies.
Mhm.
There's a lot of fight. At the end of the day, when they break up, there's a lot of fight. Who own the egg? Who own the sperm? Who
True.
own?
Mhm.
Because it's a community. Because when you do that at that time, when you do that as a marriage couple, it becomes community property.
Mhm.
When you break up now, your sperm belongs to her eggs belongs to you.
Yeah, I can see.
Imagine
it.
other
Mhm.
people breaking up and fighting for custody of the children. They're fighting for custody of the egg and the sperm.
Yes, they have that out here big time too. Trust me. So I just want to put that in the mix.
Oh. All right.
The woman going to ask back for she eggs.
Yeah.
Or she going to ask back for she sperm. Like, okay, I pay for frozen food.
Back.
I want at least give me half of his sperms.
Yeah.
And I give you half of the eggs.
Half is equal to get half a child.
Half sperm, half egg. There we go.
So half a child. All right then. All right. Thanks, Kojo. All right.
All righty then.
But what were your thoughts, though? You could sit in like a minute.
I feel the same way how you feel. I feel it's disrespectful because, sis, why? Why would you do that? I might just have to take myself away from this situation for a while and be calm. I wouldn't want to explode on her, but I would also question my husband. I mean, I'm expecting that if he's my husband, we have trust. But I would also ask him, like, why she feel like she could just ask you this?
Actually, so I was going to get to that point of the husband part. I would actually want to wait for him to tell me what his decision is first, right? And maybe then I would start, right?
Yes.
Because I have no problems with him telling me that they had the conversation.
Yeah.
But I would like to know whether or not he was actually seriously considering it, right? So I would hear it off first. I would keep very quiet, extremely quiet, right? I would hear him out, hear what his thought process is, and depending on what he says, then we go start.
From there.
Then we'll watch we might start. All right.
All right. And with that, we are headed out of our talk segment here, and we're going straight into our bank rates. WEFM.